Narito ang mga pangunahing balita sa loob at labas ng bansa. Tinagit at kinalap ng Agila News Team. Agila Balita.
Narito ang headlines. US premiere ng Iglesia ni Cristo Oratorio umani ng standing ovation. Mga magulang ng kompositor at konduktor ng INC Oratorio na si Ginoong Rod Ramos lubos ang ligaya sa nakamit ng anak. Mga soloista ng INC Oratorio itinutok ang spotlight sa mensahe ng konsyerto at hindi sa kanilang sarili. Mga pelikulang Filipino-Canadian kinilala sa Vancouver International Film Festival. At tampok ang Vancouver Sneaker Festival.
Agila Balita.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako si Alfred Aceras at ito ang Agila Balita, Washington, D.C.
Agila Balita.
Narito ang mga detalye. Ang INC Symphonic Choir at Orchestra kasama ang Rondalia UK ay nagtanghal ng isang oratoryo na isinulat ng kompositor at konduktor na si Ginoong Rod Ramos. Ito'y ginanap sa David Geffen Hall ng Lincoln Center sa New York City. Ayon sa mga nakasaksi, umani ng katakot-takot ng palakpakan at standing ovation pa. Sina Agila reporter Rod de la Paz at Jennifer Polintan para sa mga detalye. Rod? Jennifer?
To play a wrong note is insignificant. To play without passion is inexcusable.
Music should strike fire from the heart of man and bring tears from the eyes of woman.
These are just a few quotes from German composer Ludwig van Beethoven, known to be the strongest musical figure in the transitional period between the classical and romantic eras.
Beethoven happens to be one of the inspirations of Filipino composer Rod Ramos. Tonight's conductor for the Iglesia ni Cristo produced oratorio concert entitled Ang Iglesia ni Cristo sa mga huling araw, or The Church of Christ in These Last Days.
And Felix Y. Manalo, the messenger of God in these last days.
Tonight's musicians and soloists have come from across the United States and around the globe for the U.S. premiere of the oratorio performance.
The doors of David Geffen Hall opened to an eager audience.
And to say that expectations were great is an understatement.
I'm expecting a great program. I think it's amazing that people from all over the world involved in the church are going to be here in New York City. And I think it brings everybody together.
I'm really excited. I know it's going to be a very uplifting and inspirational oratorio. Oratorios by nature are very inspirational. And especially when it deals with the Iglesia ni Cristo, it's really going to be exciting.
The performance received a full house standing ovation.
From the first downbeat to the conductor's final bow, every note contributed to a perfect night.
My expectations have been exceeded. Two of them, one after the other, performed in this manner. Just majestic, just wonderful. You have to have the marvelous singers. You have to have the great composer doing the majestic compositions. You have to have the great musicians playing together, producing the song according to those compositions. When things come together, then there must be the greater of the great conductors doing it.
Let us end this lovely evening with a quote not from Beethoven, but this time from composer and conductor of tonight's oratorio concert, Brother Rod Ramos.
Conductor Ramos said, and I quote, "In the end, whatever it is being presented, and wherever it may be, it still has to be as perfect and as powerful if it is for God. Reporting from the INC Oratorio Concert here in New York, I'm Rod De La Paz.
And I am Jennifer Palante. Thank you for joining us. We are
One with 25.
Salamat ng marami, Rod at Jennifer. Tungkol pa rin sa oratorio, nakausap ng Agila Balita sina Ginoong Roger at Ginang Leticia Ramos. Sila ang mga magulang ng kompositor at konduktor na si Ginoong Rod Ramos tungkol sa tagumpay na nakamit ng kanilang anak sa ginanap ng oratorio kamakailan. Ayon sa kanila, hindi sila makapaniwala sa mga pangyayari. Narito ang kanilang pahayag.
Truthfully, I didn't know the depth of all this whole thing, you know. I know that Lincoln Center is where they usually hold big concerts, and I wasn't really expecting much, but when I saw the brethren, everyone was so excited, and of course with the first prayer you could feel already the Holy Spirit.
The good Lord had a way of allowing the members to witness, the triumphs and the victory of the church that is being bestowed by God, not only through His words but also through music, and not only to witness but also to feel, the triumphs and victories that God is bestowing the church in these last days. It's just humbling that He used our son as an instrument to be able to do this. And when he was performing, can't help but be emotional, especially the part where the history of the church is starting from its humble beginnings. I can't help to be so emotional. So it would be a mistake to think that this is work of a mere human being. It's really God's work. Really, really God's work.
Konting tiyaga, tamang paggabay, at tiwala sa tulong ng lumikha. Garantisadong formula para sa pagtatagumpay. Maraming salamat po sa inyong interview. Sa aming pagbabalik, mga soloista ng INC Oratorio itinutok ang spotlight hindi sa kanilang sarili kundi sa mensahe ng konsyerto. Diyan lamang kayo, magbabalik ang Agila Balita, Washington, D.C.
Agila Balita. Agila Balita.
Ito pa rin ang Agila Balita, Washington, D.C. Ako si Alfred Acenas. Sa harap ng orkestra at ng koro, ang mga soloista ay karaniwang pinibigyan ng lubos na atensyon sa mga ganitong kaganapan. Subalit, ayon sa mga soloista ng INC Oratorio, ang spotlight ay hindi sa kanila, kundi sa mensahe ng pagtatanghal. Pakinggan po natin sila.
Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ presented two beautifully composed oratorios. Ang Iglesia ni Cristo sa mga huling araw, the Church of Christ in these last days, and Felix Y. Manalo, the Messenger of God in these last days. The 8 chosen soloists admit to the huge challenge put before them in practicing and preparing for this tremendous event. The experience turned out to be one of the most humbling and unforgettable experiences in their lives.
Overwhelming. It was very overwhelming.
A very humbling feeling to see everybody again and perform with them again. And it's a beautiful, beautiful piece in production.
Humbling is really probably the best term to use in terms of this experience.
You know, like, you ask yourself, like, what did I do to ever deserve this opportunity? Out of all people, there's so many other people that have very beautiful voices, or professional, skilled, better status. There are so many possibilities and so many other things that could have happened, but like being able to be chosen to do something like this, it's very humbling.
I was shocked, honestly, because there's so many people out there. I guess it's a blessing and it's a responsibility too.
Sobrang natutuwa po kami sa panig po namin ng mga napili po, dahil kami po yung napili na maulit po itong oratorio na to, Centennial and FYM. Malaking bagay po ito sa amin. Una, dahil ngayon lang po kami nakapunta po dito sa Amerika. And pangalawa po, gusto naming i-share po yung oratorio sa mga kapatid.
Bali, sa pagkawit ko po, dito, naisa-share ko po yung talent na bigay po natin Panginoon Diyos sa pagtupad po, na yun naman po ay para po makapagbigay ko po rin po sa ating Panginoon Diyos.
And I've never thought that one day I'll be in the US. I always see US on TV. Never thought that one day our visa thing wasn't easy, and I even had that in my mind, but I don't think I'm going there. I'll be there. But by the grace of God, I'm here. I'm so excited. I'm happy to be here.
With the countless hours of practicing and the great journey it took to accomplish the final product, their expectation for many people is to receive the great love that was put into creating the pieces.
The beauty of being able to feel His grace, and hopefully, like, whoever attends there, they'll be able to feel the love that like went into preparing for this, and not only the love, but like to feel edified for guests that are coming, for them to become curious and want to know more about it, for brethren that are attending, for them to feel even more conviction to continue and keep their election.
I think what the people attending will also not just see, but they will be informed about the history of the church from the Far East to the Far West, and they will feel it. They will literally feel the vibrations of the music throughout their body. And I think the people who do attend will be overwhelmed by it. Probably taken aback a bit, because they're like, oh, sometimes it can be a bit in your face, but it's the truth. It is the truth. So, and especially towards the end, towards the second oratory, which I think there'll be tears in their eyes as well, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So there'll be a journey of emotions throughout the whole thing, but ending on a really high note.
Susunod, mga pelikulang Filipino-Canadian kinilala sa Vancouver International Film Festival, at mga shoe lovers nagtipon-tipon sa Vancouver. Diyan lamang kayo, magbabalik ang Agila Balita, Washington, D.C.
Agila Balita. Agila Balita.
Salamat sa inyong panonood ng Agila Balita, Washington, D.C. Binigyang pansin at kinilala ang mga pelikulang likha ng mga Filipino-Canadian filmmaker sa nakaraang Vancouver International Film Festival. Kikilalanin natin sila sa tulong ni Agila reporter Kathleen Cruz. Come in, Kathleen.
Ilang pelikulang gawang Pilipino pasok sa taong ito para sa Vancouver International Film Festival. Ating kilalanin ang kanilang mga pelikula. Ang Vancouver International Film Festival ay isa sa mga prestisyosong pagdiriwang sa industriya ng pelikula dito sa Vancouver, Canada. Hangarin nito na suportahan ang mga filmmaker na nagnanais na magtagumpay sa larangan ng paggawa ng mga dokumentaryo at mga pelikula, mula sa local level hanggang sa mga pelikulang pang-international.
Napabilang nga rito ang dalawang Filipino-Canadian directors na sina Kathleen Jaime para sa kanyang dokumentaryong Finding the Big Country at Sean Devlin para sa When the Storm Fades. Ang pelikula ni Kathleen Jaime ay tungkol sa kanyang pangarap na mahanap ang basketball star na si Brian Reeves ng Vancouver Grizzlies. Ang Vancouver Grizzlies ay isang NBA team noong taong 1995 at dahil sa kanyang childhood dream na mahanap si Brian, siya ay gumawa ng isang dokumentaryo para rito.
My film is Finding Big Country, and it's about my childhood dream to play in the NBA. That didn't work out, so my new dream is to become a filmmaker and be the first person to interview and find Big Country Bryant Reeves, who is the first Vancouver's first ever draft pick here in 1995. I've always wanted to tell the story of the Vancouver Grizzlies and the story of Bryant Reeves. And when I was doing my research, I found that he was the only guy that no one in Vancouver or elsewhere had been able to track down. Basketball is the number one sport in the Philippines, and I grew up knowing that and very proud of that. And I've been playing basketball since I was 5. And so, my grandfather was the youngest director in the Philippines. So everyone says that filmmaking is in my blood. So I would love to bring this film to the Philippines. So I'm hoping to bring it to Manila soon so that family there can watch it as well.
Samantalang sa docudrama ni Sean Devlin na When the Storm Fades, muli niyang ibinuhay ang mga pangyayari na dala ng bagyong Yolanda na humagupit sa Pilipinas noong taong 2013. Ang kwento ng kanyang dokumentaryo ay umiikot sa isang pamilya na naging biktima ng bagyong Yolanda sa probinsya ng Leyte. Kung matatandaan natin, dito ang naging sentro ng bagyo na naging dahilan ng mataas na bilang ng mga nasawi at sumira sa libu-libong tirahan at mga establishmento ng probinsya at mga karatig nito. Ayon nga kay Sean Devlin, naging inspirasyon niya ang kanyang ina sa paggawa ng dokumentaryong ito na nagmula rin sa probinsya ng Leyte at ang mga naging biktima ng bagyo na hindi sumusuko sa buhay kahit na sa dala ng Super Typhoon Yolanda. Si Devlin ay pinarangalan na bilang Emerging Canadian Director Award sa BC Spotlight Awards ng Vancouver International Film Festival.
The film I made, When the Storm Fades, we worked on it for 4 years on the island of Leyte. We worked with Typhoon Yolanda survivors who were not actors. They were reenacting some of their experiences after the storm. And we also brought Canadian actors who played aid workers, fictional aid workers. And so this film is really about the impacts of climate change in the Philippines and the role of Canadians and Canada and the West in what they can do about that. My inspiration was seeing the impact of Typhoon Yolanda when it happened. Again, this is where my mother is from, and I made a short documentary there with an alliance called the People's Surge, a group of storm survivors. And so when I understood what people are experiencing there after that storm, I really wanted to make a feature film about this.
Para sa Balitang Agila mula rito sa Vancouver International Film Festival, ako si Kathleen Cruz, 1 with 25.
Maraming salamat, Kathleen! Mula sa larangan ng pelikula, dumako naman tayo sa mga sapatos. Para sa mga shoe lovers dyan, ano bang hilig nyo? Rubber shoes, running shoes, pang crossfit, o di kaya pang araw-araw? Glossy? Flat-colored? Silipin natin ang mga shoe fans ng Canada na nagtipon-tipon sa isinagawang Vancouver Sneaker Festival. Tutulungan tayo ni AGILA reporter Cara Cabusao sa mga detalye. Cara.
Nakatutok ang lahat sa Vancouver Convention Center para sa pinakaabangang sneaker show. Ang convention na ito ay may tuturing na pinakaunang convention para sa mga may hilig sa sapatos na goma o sneakers. Daang-daang pares ng sapatos at dose-dose ng vendors ang narito para i-display ang mga klasiko, gayon din ang mga modernong uri ng sneakers. Ikaw man ay mahilig sa uso, fan ng sneakers o kolektor ng mga ito, nandito ang mga sapatos na para sa iyo. Makakakita ka rito ng mga nakamamanghang mga disenyo at mga bibihirang pares na bumibighani sa mga kolektor. Ngunit hindi dahil napakaraming sapatos dito ay makapag-uwi ka na ng para sa iyo. Ang mga sneakers dito ay maaaring magkahalaga ng libo-libong dolyar. Bagaman karamihan sa mga vendor dito ay sapatos ang nilalako, ang iba'y may dalang ibang produkto.
I'm here to promote my book and my artwork. The book's called Project MJ23. It's 23 Michael Jordan paintings, and each one's described in a rhyme that I wrote.
Ever since I was a kid, I mean, they might not be the most popular ones, but when I was a kid, these are the first shoes I ever wanted. And as I got older, these are the first shoes I've ever picked up with my own money. So these are the most iconic shoes for me.
Ang isa na may naglalapat ng artwork sa sapatos mismo.
It's a really popular release. You love it, but you just can't get your hands on it. It's nice to be able to make your own. And not only that, I feel like you can really express yourself in a unique way, right? Like if there's something about you want to bring out, or maybe a certain team that you're really into, why not make some sneakers that are like just for you?
Ang iba na may nagsadya rito para ipagpalit ang kanilang mga sapatos, bumili ng bagong pares, o mag-enjoy ng mga kaganapan dito.
Honestly, I just love the culture in Vancouver. I'm a fan of sneakers. Can't ever get enough of sneakers. So I thought this is a good place to see how the local community is mingling and see if I can sell a couple of pairs, maybe swap some out.
Bagamat ang sneaker community ng Vancouver ay nagsisimula pa lamang sa paglago, ang pag-usad nito ay nakakaengganyo para sa marami. Naniniwala ang mga taga-Vancouver na makasasabay rin ang sneaker community rito sa iba pa sa mga bahagi ng mundong ito.
Big community and really friendly people, really tight-knit community where people are always willing to help each other out, which is really awesome. I think Vancouver has a lot more hype with clothing than in shoes per se, but it's gotten bigger in the last 3 years, that's for sure.
Oh, we absolutely love the scene in Vancouver. This is our 3rd year. I personally love Vancouver. I mean, the scene out here is really booming or thriving. It's a lot similar to Toronto or Montreal, some of the bigger cities in Canada. So I say Vancouver is right there with Toronto in terms of being one of the bigger sneaker cities in the country.
Kung ika'y tagahanga ng mga bagong disenyo o nagdanais balikan ng mga klasikong pares, ang event na ito ay para sa iyo. Mula rito sa Vancouver Convention Center, ako si Cara Cabusaw para sa AGILA BALITA, 1 with 25.
Salamat ng marami, Cara. Sa palagay nyo kaya papasa ito sa susunod na sneaker festival dyan? Pinayagan tayo ng ating producer na kung maaari sana mapaganda ito, pwedeng lagyan ng pampakintab, linisin pa, kabitan ng mobile hotspot at kung ano pang mga accessories para lubusang mapakinabangan. Kung papayag yung may-ari nito. At yan ang kabuuan ng aming pagbabalita ngayong araw. Samahan nyo rin kami ulit sa susunod na Lunes kung saan maghahatid muli kami ng mga balita at impormasyon hatid ng aming mga bureau sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Dalawin ang aming mga website, maging ang aming mga social media pages na nakadisplay sa inyong mga screen. Ako si Alfred Acenas, always 1 with 25. Diyan lamang kayo, magbabalik ang AGILA Balita.
Sumainyo ang mga balitang kinarap, maingat na isinulat at inihanay ng Eagle News Service. AGILA Balita!